YouTube, what's going on? HeirofCarthage here, coming to you from the Total War Arena Open Beta. And before we get started, there is a link in the description that you can use, and if you use the bonus code name PLAYTWA, so all caps, PLAYTWA, no spaces, anything else, use that bonus code, use the link below in my description, my link, and you'll get 7 days of premium and 500 gold. So, this video, as you all can see, I'm cooperating with Total War Arena to help promote the open beta, and I'm happily doing it. I'm excited. I asked them if I could participate, and they were kind enough to let me participate, and that's why I have a link for you all. I'm very excited to participate because Hannibal's been added to the game. Heck yeah! Alright, so for those of you who may not be familiar with it, what is Total War Arena? Total War Arena is a free-to-play game that was developed by Creative Assembly and is right now available to play on Wargaming.net. Wargaming.net is the home of World of War tanks, World of Warplanes, warships, those kind of games. So again, free to play Total War game. So what the game is it is 10v10 competitive / casual multiplayer. It can be as competitive, I think, as the people want to be, but it can also be casual. As you all know, I'm kind of a casual player, and I enjoy it quite a lot. 10v10, that sounds huge. You're used to these big Total War battles, so how does it work? Well, in the 10v10 combat, there's 10 players, like I said, on each side, and you're on teams going after each other. Each team has a base. You defend the base, and you try to attack your opponents. You can win a victory by killing your opponents, or you can win a victory by capturing their base. The game is really quite simple, although there's a lot of mechanics deep into it that make it fun, like a Total War game, because there's a lot of strategy. So how does it work? Well, let me show you.
I spit at Caesar and Rome.
Well, you saw that. Arminius wants to spit at Caesar. So first you start out by picking a commander. In this case, I have Arminius. Yes, I'll be picking Hannibal as soon as I've got him unlocked. I, like anybody else, the open beta reset all the progress. So any progress I had in the closed beta is reset. We're all on equal ground. So I got to unlock Arminius, and I already have Arminius. I got to unlock Hannibal, and I will show you all how we do it. So we're going to start with Arminius. We picked our commander. Well, what's he good at? So if we select Arminius, we get to find out what he is capable of. Alright, so what kind of commander is Arminius? Why would you want to pick Arminius? Well, his special abilities focus on the speed of your army. He also has the ability to improve the attack of certain units in your army and to make your units stealthier and be able to approach the enemy in secret, so you got this infiltration. And if we take a look at his abilities, it kind of gives us an idea of what you can do with him. So again, momentum, speed. You can increase the speed of your unit slowly over time as he gains experience. Each commander moves through these tiers here. You see tier 1 through 10. You gain experience in each battle, and as you build that experience, you rank your commander tier up. And you're able to get these abilities that slowly start to buff your troops. So again, speed, stealth, attack. That's what Arminius is all about.
I spit at Caesar and Rome.
So that's the commander abilities. Each faction has the different units. Alright, so here's the units that are available to Arminius and all the barbarians. And again, they're in tiers as you work with the unit and it gains experience. Once your commander unlocks the next tier, if you have earned the appropriate experience, you can unlock the next tier of unit. So Arminius starts at tier 1 with 2 types of units. Tribesmen, which is a sword infantry, and riders, which are a spear scout cavalry. You can start from there, and you can see it starts to branch off. There's a tree of archers down here. There's more cavalry. The swordsman tree helps you unlock more shielded warriors, and then maybe faster unshielded warriors that cause a lot of damage, like these Falx armed troops. Or you can go up, and there's war dog units that you can unlock through this one. And then there's these up here are units that you can buy with premium stuff or gold. Gold is something you can get with real-world money, and you can unlock these premium units if you want to play with them, but you still have to earn that tier in order to get them. So that's how the game works. You gain experience in battle. There is unit experience. There is commander experience. You use that to level things up and to get more abilities and to get better equipment. So, for instance, these riders. Let's go back to squad, units. Here's the equipment that these units have. So if I gain enough experience, I can unlock a common bronze spear, which increases their attack. Or I can unlock this rough knots so they can fix their hair a different way and they have more unit health. And eventually, you unlock the Scouts tier 2. So hopefully this makes sense on how everything works. You can see your unit's equipment here, their stats, and there's even cosmetics. Different things that you can get if you want to purchase for gold. Optional, don't have any impact on the gameplay, and then even get a little bit of information about each unit just for fun too. So all of this being said, you now know how the game works. I want to unlock Hannibal. I want to play Hannibal right now. Well, I can't because he's locked. So I need to get 7,600 free XP, or I can use gold to unlock him. So I'm probably just going to use gold to unlock Hannibal because I want to play as him. But first, let me show you how you gain experience to unlock things through this normal tree, and that means we need to play a battle. Our units are selected. We have 3 different cavalry units, and we're going to bring all cavalry. You can mix your units. I could bring a mix of swords and cavalry, but in this case, I'm going to play all cavalry. Hit the play button, and we queue up a match. Right, so it's found me a match. You can see we're loading in. We're going to play on the map Capitoline Hill. It's actually a pretty interesting map. I've played it quite a few times during the closed beta. It's kind of got like a fortress area in the middle, and then some forest on the very edges, and quite a bit of terrain in this map for you to take advantage of, and there's a lot of choke points, so you have to be careful. You can see when you load in, you can see all the players in your match, and it shows you their tier. I had to put underscores in my name, because I actually had a Wargaming account that had just my regular name, but it was on an EU server because I registered it when I was in Germany at Gamescom, and I couldn't switch it over. So, whoops. Anyway, yeah, so these are the people on our team. It shows you the tier of the units and the type of units that your teammates are bringing. You obviously don't get to see that for your enemies. When the game starts, we pick a starting position. I want to start up here and move through the forest stealthily. I don't want to be right in the center of the action. Cavalry is great at charges. It's good at running down archers and javelin men. But if you go headlong into infantry, it's not going to be good. And so typically with the cavalry, I like to be sneaky and patient. So you try and find sneaky paths. You don't take an engagement until you know it's the right engagement, and you try hard to support the players that are around you. The cavalry is great for reconnaissance, and it's good for supporting the friendly players around you. Like you can see here, this Luke Bin Lin here, or whatever his name is, he's going to be moving forward with some swordsmen. Down here, there's some more infantry and cavalry, and then we've got some javelins moving up. So trying to make myself aware of the units that are around. The controls work very similar to any other Total War game. Right-click movement orders, left-click to select. You can already see some swordsmen moving up. Your abilities are down here. We have a cavalry charge ability, which is going to increase our acceleration, movement speed. And we have this momentum ability, which will just increase our speed and turning. So see here, one of my teammates just charges straight into the swords. It's not going to be real effective. You got to be a little more patient than that with the cavalry. There's a lot of swords over here on the enemy team. And if we want to be effective, we need to let some of our infantry engage, and then we need to do rear charges. So again, the same kind of tactics that you've come to expect in normal Total War games end up applying here. See, again, there's a lot of enemy units. What I want to do is I kind of want to go get behind the enemies and see if there's any soft targets for me to take out. This engagement right here, not real good for us at the moment because there's a lot of enemies here. But we do have this all bottlenecked up, which is nice. The swords are trying to hold back 2 spearmen. We can probably... No, the enemy's retreating. Let's not reveal ourselves just yet. Again, you want to be very choosy about your engagements. I don't want to leave my teammates out to dry, but we want to be choosy about our engagements. You can control your units individually. Right now I'm controlling them in a group just to make things easier. Oh, no. There's enemies there. They see me. Let's get back in the woods. I don't want to fight these cavalry with the swordsmen nearby. We won't be able to kill them quick enough. If they lose a little bit of support here, though... Yeah, okay, now we'll come out because these swordsmen are veering away, and there's some rear charges to be had over here. And I think that our teammates need a little bit of help. I'm not really sure why he's retreating here. He needs to hold them, and I'll bring in some support for him. Yeah, these swords now are going to be curious about what I'm doing. I'm really surprised that I haven't seen any archers in this game. I need my teammate to engage these swordsmen. Okay, it's an opportunity. It's not going to be the best charge. I'm going to go ahead and make a charge here real quick, though. See if we can charge into this cavalry. Yeah, friendly fire happens too, so these javelins are firing in here. They may hit us a little. We're not actually routing this cavalry as quick as I'd like. Let's split up. Try and do a better job surrounding. I really need my my teammate with the swordsman to come in here. You can do a cavalry charge here. Try and see where it says rear flank. We're getting beat up a little bit too much by these swords. We need to cycle out here. These swordsmen up here, you can see that their leadership, which is the white there, I believe, they're getting ready to rout. Their morale is wavering. This unit's gotten a little bit beat up because I've not had it in the best engagement. Let's come over here and put one more charge on these swordsmen. We're not getting a lot of points just yet because there's a lot of hard targets here, like all these swordsmen. They're not particularly easy to break, and we're not killing a whole lot of them. Soft targets are typically better. The total overall score is up here. This is the number of men left on each side and the general power bar. And also, you get your notifications up there if you're losing the battle or if you're losing your base. Okay, and if you eliminate someone, it mentions it up there. So we actually got some eliminations. We finished off. Let's push this way. Go do some scouting. See, we have some troops and archers moving up over there. The enemy has a lot of troops left, almost as many as we do, so they're holding their base. Ooh, back, back, back. We don't want to take this engagement. We're outnumbered, and we have support nearby, but we also can't allow those javelin men to be killed. So we're kind of in a catch-22. So let's just cavalry charge. Let's see if we can save these javelin men, because they are no match for the cavalry in a drag-out fight, and we have these swordsmen behind us to help back us up, and numbers are on our side. We'd have to be careful, though, here. We could get ambushed out of the woods or outflanked. So making these kind of charges, it's usually good to be situationally aware. You can use shift to give waypoint orders, as you can see me doing there. Alright, the swordsmen have now engaged the cavalry, so we can disengage in general, let the swordsmen take that fight, and we're going to move around the flank. But we've helped our javelin men not get singled out by the... and again, I'm not earning many points in this because I haven't gotten a ton of kills, and there's not a lot of soft targets for me to hit here. These archers are fantastic targets. Let's go surround these cavalry and trap them. I'm going to use momentum here to speed my guys up. And we're going to charge into the rear of these cavalry. Get up close and personal here, let you see some of the views, and we should be able to knock this guy's unit out of the combat. You can see his leadership and health failing. We've got another elimination. Alright, so now let's come into the woods, and again, let's kind of bide our time.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
Swing around behind the enemy base and see if we can get into some of these squishy targets like the archers. There's still a few swordsmen guarding, but when these other units come in... Ooh, yeah, see those javelin men. Javelin men are short range, but they do a lot of damage when they get up close. Let's cut off any retreat from the back of the base. In this case, my team is in pretty good shape. They've got some of these units fixed here. I'm going to use a cavalry charge. Try and get our speed up. I didn't really give my guys enough room or time to get a proper charge there, so you can see I didn't do a ton of damage on the charge, but we have numbers advantage over this guy for sure. He has the same cavalry as us. We have the numbers advantage. We got a decent charge, so we should be able to wrap him up. I'm blobbed up right now, which would make me vulnerable to missile attacks, so you got to be aware of this kind of thing, but not a lot of missiles to oppose me at the moment. I'm going to use momentum to speed up a little bit. Going to charge here into the back of these units, and then just quickly cycle out because we don't want to get caught in a grind-out fight with just scout cavalry. Let our javelins come in here and do some work. You see that they're going to do some work on these swordsmen who are charging them. And then we'll just try and provide flank charges. There's a lot of enemy threats here, though. About to get our cavalry charge. Yeah, those spearmen are lining up to stop our charge, so that's not a good... It's not a good opportunity for us. What we need to do is probably split up a little. Actually, we kind of just need to move back and let these swords come in and do their thing. There's some potential rear charges over here, but we need someone to fix those spearmen. Let's leave a ping for our teammates to know that we want their help with that unit. Let's maybe see if we can convince our teammate. You can draw on the maps too. Say, tie that down. So I'm trying to give my teammates some indicators. Alright, the swordsmen have tied down that spear unit. Let's come in and do our thing now. get in behind them, activate a cavalry charge.
Forward!
See if we can break the leadership of the spear unit. We got a really good flank charge, and we broke their leadership. So again, trying to be a support unit, trying to work together with my teammates. You can see, obviously, a lot of the players in this are new. So they're still learning, but you'll kind of learn the role for the units. Again, swordsmen, obviously, they're your main melee units. You don't want to get into a melee fight with swordsmen unless you have better swordsmen. Spearmen are kind of a mixed unit. They're good against cavalry, and they're quite defensive. So they can hold out against swordsmen for a little while, but overall, they're definitely more meant towards cavalry. Cavalry is a fast-moving unit that's meant for taking out squishy targets like archers and artillery and doing rear charges. There's different types of cavalry. There's spear cavalry, there's melee cavalry, there is shock cavalry. So all these different types of cavalry each have their own purpose. And within the infantry realms, there's shock infantry. There's, more heavy infantry, kind of like the Roman infantry. There's definitely different unit types in the game. You have to learn those unit types, what they're good for. Here at the end of there, it tells you who the top players were on both teams. So Estranger and Priscilla Priska here win the top awards. And then it gives you a nice little summary breakdown here on the next screen, which we'll take a look at. We don't need this advisor. He's just telling us about the different things we're earning: commander, progress, and EXP. So you can see there, we went about halfway from tier 1 to tier 2, because in these low tiers, it doesn't require much. It tells us the amount of unit experience that each of our guys picked up. And then any awards that you're working towards down here, or anything that you pick up, it gives you these kind of stats after the battles, which is cool stuff. It tells you the amount of silver. Silver is currency you earn in each battle. And then here's the free XP. Remember, we needed about 7,000 of this to open up Hannibal. So, and do recall, or do know that I'm using a premium account right now, which means that I get extra rewards after the battle. There's different levels, how many days. Like I bought 30 days of premium, it's like $10, and it gives you these benefits right here. Or here's the premium account plus 50% battle rewards, daily commander victory plus 100, so it's telling you where your different awards are coming from. And then here's the scores here. I came in 4th place on the team. My score was 1374. It's not that great. Or that was the damage dealt and stuff like that. So it gives you the total scores. So whole team overview. So anyway, that's how a battle works. When a battle's over, you can then take that experience and say, in this case, for instance, I can open these common bronze spear if I want to increase the attack of my horsemen. Click there, show you how that works. So I'm buying this with the experience. It's not money or something here. I'm buying it with the experience I got in game. So we're gonna buy it. And then we have enough EXP, if we want to unlock this rough knots as well. So we're going to spin that as well. And you can convert between unit and free XP. So like here's our free XP up here. We got a total of that 272. And again, you can convert XP from unit experience to the free XP. It costs you gold to exchange it as well. But all those different things are available. Anyway, so you can see that we've upgraded our units, and we'd be ready to go into another battle. I will see you in the next battle. Alright, obviously I'm in a hurry to show you all Hannibal, so I went ahead and coughed up the dough because I can. Obviously the game's free to play, you don't have to do this kind of stuff. I've unlocked commanders in the, in fact, the only money I spent during the closed beta was I tried the premium account just to see what it was like, but I never used it to unlock commanders, and I unlocked several commanders. It doesn't take terribly long to unlock commanders. What does take a long time is how long to get up to these upper tiers. That's going to take you a long time. The silver, it's really actually not hard to earn this much silver to get these things. It's just the time you spend in battle. But you don't have to spend the money on it. Again, you got to put in the time. I mean, that's how these freemium games work anyway. So anyway, I paid the gold. I'm willing to do this. I'm going to unlock him. So it tells you what you're getting here. So he's got these different abilities. So phase 1 at the gates. Gives extra melee weapon damage. That's cool. Forced march, which gives you movement speed, but of course you don't deflect charges or miss a block chance, stuff like that. And then determination. It's kind of cool stuff. Anyway, we're going to take Hannibal. Obviously, he's the reason why we're excited for Carthage to be here, and we're going to play as Hannibal. Let's check out the units that are available to us. So here we go. think, yeah, the only units at tier 1 are the rabble, the spearmen. Let's take a look at the tech tree for the units so we can kind of see. So we got to make it all the way to tier 3, or sorry, tier 4, before we really open up anything different. So we got some work to do if we want to be playing as Hannibal. We got to start off with these mercenary rabble, and then work our way up to mercenary spears, Phoenician warriors, and then we have the option to go up to these Libyan recruits, which is a swordsman. We have the Carthaginian hoplites, and then at tier 5, Amazigh tribesmen, my bad, and then Carthaginian cav, mercenary Hippeas, Numidians, elite Hippeas, and Numidian vanguard. So a lot of cool units. Anyway, let's get started work with Hannibal, but we'll switch off commanders. There's other commanders that you don't have to pay anything to unlock, and we can do that. I actually have enough XP that we can go ahead and get this scrappy Lino-thorax here, because we're feeling scrappy. And let's go ahead and play. Interesting enough, my second match is also going to be on Capitoline Hill. Well, at least we know the ground. So we're going to be playing with spears this time. Our playstyle is going to be quite a bit different. Obviously, we're going to be best against cavalry, but I don't know too many cavalry players who make it easy for you to get their spears into cav. And just like regular Total War, spears will never catch the cavalry. So it requires, again, you still got to be patient and take the right engagements. Spears can also sometimes be used to deflect charges because they're kind of a defensive unit. So there's different uses for them here. So everybody's tier 1. There's a lot of players who have joined since the open beta, and I suggest you join. Again, got a link in the description. Go use it. You'll get 500 gold free, and you get, I think, like 7 days of premium free as well. And you can earn a lot of EXP with the free premium in the 7 days. So it'd be pretty sweet to get a hold of. So go check the link. Use the PLAYTWA bonus code. PLAYTWA, PLYTWA.
Take the enemy base or kill them all.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't actually select a starting position. It's just going to start me out over here. Not really the place that I wanted to start. I would rather be over here, but at this point I don't want to just completely give up this flank either. Let's take a look at our abilities so we get familiarized with it. This is not available to us yet. Forced March is going to make us move faster, but we lose view range. We kind of lose charge deflection here too, so that could be dangerous. And then this Carthaginian phalanx takes down our turn speed and everything, but it's going to take our melee weapon damage up. There's some spearmen down here. Let's try and take the high ground. Maybe move in towards the enemy base. This cavalry is following me. I could always try and set up some of these swords for hammer and anvil, but I'd have to know that the cavalry player was going to support me with that right here. We've got eyes on these guys because of the scouting here, but he probably doesn't have eyes on me coming across this top tier of the map. Let's start moving towards their base. Try and put some pressure on early. There's some engagements going on in the center. This is really bad for us right here. This player with the archers here has gotten caught by cavalry. He's going to pay a dear price for that. There's some spears nearby, though. You can hear the pings coming out. Players can ping, and you can swing to that position on the map by just clicking it. And then I can swing back to my units by just double-clicking one of them. So never hurts to learn how to navigate better, use the hotkeys, use quick commands. I'm going to keep pushing towards the enemy base. There's not any enemies around that I can see, so I'm going to go ahead and use this ability so we can move forward a little faster. You can see here that these guys got set up for a hammer and anvil, and that's where this cavalry is headed. Maximus Decimus. I wonder if that's the Maximus Decimus, like the one from YouTube. That'd be kind of cool if it was. Probably just someone using the name, though. Let's go investigate back here at the enemy base, see whether or not they've left any guards. You can base capture for the win. Right now my team has a pretty fair lead, so I'm going to go try and put a base capture on. This is a really nice cooperation here, so I like to see people doing that. Let's get back to our units. Ooh, there's archers. That's not ideal, because we really can't do anything about them. These cavalry are a little bit trapped here.
Weapons ready.
Let's just try and block this off. Ooh, we're getting attacked in the flank. It's not good. We are getting a lot of kills on that cavalry, but we are otherwise We're otherwise quite outmatched here. Some more cavalry. It's probably going to try and rear charge me, so let's one unit attack, the other one attack here. You attack here. Yeah, we are way, way outnumbered, so this was me getting way ahead of myself, and it was a mistake. I'm going to try and kill as much cavalry as I can here. We don't have any support because I overextended, so this is a example of how not to play at the moment. I'm surprised this guy didn't surround me over here. No, attack these guys. We're going to lose this unit for sure. Fortunately, my general is in a different unit. Losing your general takes away certain abilities from you. It's never a good thing. Is this guy really going to charge me? Yeah, we are terribly outnumbered here. This guy's doing some damage, though, firing into his own troops. I'll kind of take that. Go into a phalanx here, see if we can let our guys do a little bit extra damage. We're going to try and finish killing this cavalry, and then I'm going to try and run one unit away so I can just live. I'm going to sacrifice the remaining units to get this one free. Because this is my general, and he's still alive. So we're going to try and keep Hannibal alive and fall back to see if we can find some friendlies, while these poor saps sacrifice themselves for the cause. This guy is firing and hitting some of his own troops here at the same time too. And again, you can see the defensive nature of the spearmen here. They're able to hold out for quite a while. Let's make sure we're not in a phalanx. I think they are. Yeah. No, they were not. Crap! Run, you fools! Okay. They just weren't moving very quickly for whatever reason. The archers are going to chase me. That's fine. We'll just lead them away. We've got a huge contingent of troop moving up on their base, and they're all focused on me over here, and we're even pulling some archers away. I'm perfectly fine with that. This guy shouldn't have line of sight on me here, I don't believe. Yeah, he's going to lose line of sight. He's going to fire into the back of my troops there. So yeah, we got overextended here. Don't do that. I should have stayed closer. We were winning, and we had lots of good engagements going on, so I should have stayed closer. Now that I've got more friendlies moving in, we're going to turn around and try and make ourselves useful.
You'll sleep when you're dead.
We are winning the battle by a considerable amount, so even though I sacrificed a bunch of my spearmen, it'll be alright. Yeah, these archers are in some pretty serious trouble. It's just that the swordsmen are kind of keeping them at bay. Let's actually swing way around.
Executing orders. Stay strong. I march with you.
We're gonna go up the hill, try and get around the back of the base, because we have a pretty solid advantage over here right now. We got a lot of archers. There's spearmen. Look at these cavalry actually managing to almost get right through the center. Even though we have an advantage, we're losing a lot of men right now. But we got more swords coming in over here, so we should be good.
Quick march.
Let's make our way to the rear of the base.
We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Nice rear charge here by Maximus. I'll let you all see some of this action. Got spearmen fighting spearmen, archers here. Got a nice flank shot with the archers, so nicely done by that player. A lot of decent teamwork going on here. I'm the one who hasn't done that good with the team. But we are well on the way to victory. The enemies here kept too many of their forces back early, and they didn't cooperate, so what few units they sent forward got massacred, and then the ones they held in reserve were outnumbered by the time they got into the fight, and it messed them up. Now I'll actually get a few points for helping to capture their base. So we'll take that. We'll actually try and go block enemy units from getting back into their own base. So at this point, like I said, we'll gain some points. You gain points for capturing an enemy base. You can see the base capture here. The more units you have in, the faster the capture. But you also get probably more points from actually killing units. And the value of the unit you kill, I believe, plays in as well. So at this point, you can see the last remaining holdouts of the enemies here. Oh, it says I executed someone. The routing troops must have come into me. Nice. I totally meant to do that. Yeah, And so here's all these swordsmen. See, they were feeling good earlier because they took me out. Not so much now. I'm just gonna sit here and try and get... I could go out and outflank these other spears. I don't know if they'll last that long. They're about to get hit by all these cycle charging cavalry.
You'll sleep when you're dead.
Let's move our spears around, and these archers already have a nice rear shot here. Let's go get involved. Everybody wants to get in on this melee. Join the blob. Give in to the peer pressure.
Weapons ready. Our allies. Our allies fire on us.
Oh, I don't care if they fire on me. I'm the heir of Carthage.
Victory is ours.
There we go. First battle with Hannibal was a victory. It's kind of a Pyrrhic one, though. Let's take a look at our stats. Congrats to the top players. I did not get a whole lot of score, but I somehow managed to come in third there. It's actually kind of surprising. This gives us the details of where our points came from. Rewards awarded for playing the battle as a team. That's cool. Victory. Aggression. Rewards for damage, kills, morale, defense. It's kind of neat. I like that everything can earn you stuff. Gives us a free earnings. So there we go. Good battle. Earn some free XP.
Spears.
We can upgrade the spear on our unit. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then let's go see if there's any commander abilities that we can add points to with Hannibal. Not right now, not on tier 1. We have to get to tier 2 before there's anything we can play in there. So let's just find another match.
I will either find a way or make one.
Well, I guess Hannibal's just meant to fight on the Capitoline Hill because 3 matches, 3 in a row on Capitoline Hill. I've had like repeat maps sometimes, but this is the first time. So first time I've had 3-peat on a map. Usually you get a different map. There's quite a few different maps right now. I know there's one for Thermopylae, Marathon, Salernum, and there were some other ones that used to be on as well. I don't know if they're still there. Some barbarian kind of themed maps. Let's pick our position. I'm playing with spears. I kind of want to play in the middle this time. Help support. Archers are starting here. You know, it's not the end of the world, but usually I think you're going to want infantry coming up through the hill area here. It's just my opinion. All these swords and stuff do better up in these bottlenecks, and the faster units might do better on the flanks. Cavalry starting a little further back, that's fine too, because they're fast and they can get moved up early. Let's go look for some choke points. I'm gonna push forward. There's a couple of different points that we could let's actually go work to capture this with the archers so that we can help our archers secure this position, and then they can support us. So let's play as a team. We are pretty undermanned right here. Hoping maybe we can get someone. Can you move up here, bud? Like over here. There we go. Got some cavalry. Some enemy cavalry moving up. Let's go protect these archers. They're gonna need our help.
Stay strong.
Let's move faster so we can get up here and protect these archers because they're about to get charged. We're gonna let these horsemen know that they're not welcome. All right, we're gonna intercept the cavalry. He was foolish enough to charge us, so let's give it to him. Let's leave one unit over here to kind of help protect as well. Might need it. These cavalry should not have engaged me. They saw me with plenty of time to pull off, but now that we got the support of these archers, they can like kind of rain down fire, try and help even the match, because we are up against quite a few swordsmen. We may end up having to try and hold the line here for a while. Yeah, I mean, the enemy is just really piling in here. Let's see if maybe we can get an... Okay, yeah, the archers have a decent outflank position here.
Ready yourselves.
Get into a defensive phalanx here. I've actually got a pretty good push on these guys right now.
Attack! Weapons drawn.
shouldn't have done that because the charge deflection, I think. All right, so we're going to try and hold here. We've got our archer allies. There's some cavalry that's working the area as well. We will probably eventually lose this fight, but our spearmen are holding out decently at the moment. These javelin men are kind of a problem, but they're probably killing a lot of their own men by firing into their back, and we've got archer support to help take out the javelins. There's cavalry coming in from behind too, so this is actually a pretty good situation thanks to my teammates. So again, I'm trying to support the archers. Cavalry's trying to support me. This is good. Teammates working together. If this cavalry can break through those and then rear charge one of these units, that would be... Oh, our spears are actually laying waste to these guys right now.
We're attacking allied units. Spear. Your command. Executing orders. Spear.
Okay, good. We wiped those guys out. Let's attack the next sword unit. I'm taking a bit of a charge here. We got the cavalry support on the flank. Let's get our guys into phalanx. We've managed to mostly beat these units down. We're going to lose one of our units here, but overall I still think... whoa, those swordsmen must have gotten in behind us. Looks like the archers still kind of pulled back doing their thing. This cavalryman stayed engaged too long here too. He should have pulled through and then started cycling. But overall, I mean, considering we're up against a whole bunch of swords here, I'm actually pretty happy with the way our guys have performed here. Remember, this gives my guys the extra weapon damage, just takes their movement speed down. Our spearmen are actually performing amazingly well right now. I want to take this unit. Let's get one unit out. You guys keep fighting. I want to try and get in behind this other sword unit here. We're probably going to die, but overall I think we've had a somewhat favorable engagement. We've got these archers free down here too, so we just want to keep holding here. Come on, let's get in there, guys. Let's keep causing as much damage as we can. Hannibal commands you. Fight these pig Romans to the death. Like I said, considering all the swords we've been fighting, I'm actually somewhat happy with the results here. I would come in here and fight, but I honestly think that I would just end up getting shot up and taking away an opportunity by my teammate to help me kill the rest of these units, so we might lose our general here. It's going to be pretty close. Or actually, we did lose our general. This is a different unit. So Hannibal died, or is wounded, however you want to look at it. Okay, now our teammate has stopped firing, so we do want to go ahead and charge from behind. I'm actually really impressed with the way these mercenary rabble have been holding out against the swordsmen. They don't move quick, that's for sure. There we go. Well, this has been quite a corpsey fight up here. Look at all that. Oh, bring home the cavalry, baby. All right. So we managed to take down all those enemies. Our archers should be able to finish these guys off, so let's push forward towards the enemy base. Go see if we can get a few more points. When your commander dies, you can't use the commander abilities, which are these three here. These are unit abilities, so you can use those. It still feels like my guys are like in a phalanx. Like they're just like, this one's just like moving super slow. There we go. Maybe they weren't, I don't know. Oh, there's a spear unit there. Just avoid those guys. Let our archer friend murder him. Goodbye, chumps. Okay. Yeah, we've got a pretty big numbers advantage. Should be able to win this. I'm going to somehow manage to survive. I'm actually kind of shocked at how many swords we managed to kill in the process. Appreciate the teamwork from my teammates. Look at this, man. We're going to go 3 for 3 tonight. Usually if you're going to lose a battle, it's not always because your team is bad or something like that too. You got to remember, it's 10 versus 10. So your decisions may impact others. Yes, you need teammates to help you to fight off enemies, but there's going to be times where you may choose to take an engagement too early that ends up hurting your teammates later. So you got to think about your engagements. Think about the support units around me. So again, I saw the archers that were going up to try and capture that point. Archers can't hold that capture point. They need help. Spearmen can help protect them temporarily against swordsmen and pretty well against cavalry. So I moved in. The archers can support me with their ranged attacks, right? So it's common sense kind of things that you need. You get those things down and you'll be in a better place. We got a lot of archers here. There's no reason for us to rush in the base. So let's just let the archers shoot these guys out. Don't need to get our units killed here. Let's do move away from where their enemy archers are shooting. We will go ahead and attack these guys. Actually, no, there's no need. Let's just go in the base. These guys are going to get shot to death by all the archers kiting around. You'll never catch archers chasing in this way unless they get pinned or someone's just totally not paying attention. You won't catch them. These guys are chasing the javelins over here, so let's go chase down these archers, see if we can get a piece of this action. Oh, actually, how is it that I can use a commander ability here? That was kind of weird. I didn't think you could use a commander ability like that. One of our units just routed. Alright, so we're going to sit here and fight these archers. We're going to die in the process. There's not many enemies left, so I'm okay with that. Ooh, a butterfly. What's that all about? Ooh, man, that's kind of a rough charge there from all those swordsmen. Alright, I sacrificed all my troops, and we're going to win. That's an HeirofCarthage type battle. Alright, good fight, team. Good game. There's just a couple of enemy spearmen left. They will be gone momentarily. There we go. Sweet victory. Let's see how we did. Hopefully I got a lot of points there, man. I was fighting. You would hope, you know. Let's see what we got. I took down quite a few units. Alright. That's some decent XP. Silver. What? I got less points there than we did in the other ones, and I swear I did more fighting in there than I did in some of the other battles. Oh well, whatever. We got most of our points from fighting, though. You can see that here. And the other one, we may have gotten more points from something else. This is the summation of all the different points. There's capture points. It may have been the capture points that helped add up for us on the other ones, but we got all of our points from fighting here. But in any case, hope y'all enjoyed these battles. That's all the time I have for tonight. There's going to be more Total War Arena videos, so keep your eye out. Make sure to check that link in the description, folks. And thank you to the Total War Arena team for working with me on this. As you'll see in the video, it's notated. Yes, they're working on this with me. So this is a collaborative thing. So it'll say ad in the video or paid content or whatever it is. But I am giving you an honest opinion. That was very clear in the agreement. They said that I don't have to just say positive things, so you'll get my honest opinion as we go through it. But I was happy to promote it for them. Love the Hannibal content. So glad they added him to the game. If you don't have a beastly computer and you have a hard time playing Total War because it requires a huge computer, this is a great game to go get some Total War action. It's free. You have nothing to lose. So you can play it for free. If you don't like it, you know, big deal. You didn't lose anything. You don't have to buy the free stuff to play it. I can say that from experience. I spent a lot of my time in the open beta. Like I said, I purchased a premium account once, but that was after I'd already spent a considerable amount of time in the beta. You can unlock things. I think it's a decently fair system. When you get to the higher levels, the players who have been using premium and all that stuff, it helps them level up faster. That's really the main thing it does. Are the premium units OP? I don't know. I haven't really tested them yet, right? I haven't messed with the premium units, so I can't answer that. So to me right now, the game seems to be in a decent balance shape. It's fun to play. They've made a ton of improvements after all the time it's been in beta, in alpha and beta. It's been in there for a long time, so I'm enjoying it. Like I said, come back for more videos. Remember the bonus code PLAYTWA. Use my link in the description. Hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope to see you in the arena.